And the whole thing could come down to African-American voters. We've told you Democrats see the black vote as their last hope to hold the Senate. But here's how one conservative group responded.
Have you heard this race-hustling Kay Hagan ad paid for by Harry Reid's super PAC?
Tax breaks for the wealthy.
Probably not, because they're not running it on this station. Desperate to hold on to power, Obama, Reid, and Hagan are shamelessly race baiting.
They're accusing Democrats of race baiting.
I wish we could continue with the comedy portion of the show, folks. Raffi Williams is with us, Deputy Press Secretary for Youth and Conservative Media for the RNC, the Republican National Committee. Welcome back, Raffi. Good to talk to you again.
Thanks for having me on, Steve. Really appreciate it.
You know, I got to tell you, it is being defended. Forget Sharpton. Alex Wagner on MSNBC said, hey, you know, it's a shame they have to do this, but if it gets the vote out, then the party's that much stronger for it. As if she's like, you know, working for them the way you're working for the RNC. And the mainstream media has been silent on these flyers that are out there all over the country, bringing up Ferguson and the KKK and, you know, the right to, I mean, things that are outrageous to try to scare blacks into getting to the polls.
Yeah, I mean, look, they have nothing positive to run on. Their agenda has failed America, especially African Americans, for the past 6 years. And so they realize that instead of putting forward a positive vision for this country, for what they could accomplish, all they can do is attack, and try to drive a divide in this country by making race an issue that divides instead of brings our country together. Republicans are working to bring everybody together and to do what's best for all Americans.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, there's been such a use of the race card, but there's also been, and this is interesting, I want to talk to you about this, the millennials, they have deserted the Democratic Party. If you look at the polls and you compare it to what Obama got in 08 and even in 012, I mean, and it's economic reasons for the most part, Raffi. You tell me if I'm wrong. You know, no jobs out there after they get out of college. A lot of them living in their parents' basements. I mean, this has kind of become a caricature of the millennial, but unfortunately, it's true in so many cases.
Well, it's really troubling here, and there are two stats I return to every time I'm talking about the millennial vote and why they don't vote lockstep for the Democrats anymore. And the first one is, according to CNN, 63% of my generation doesn't believe that the American dream is achievable for them. And that's record highs. That's disappointing. And basically, they don't think they can achieve what their parents have. The other one I look at a lot is Pew put out a survey that said, this is the highest level of kids, millennials, living at home with their parents after graduating than ever before. And that's, again, a sign of the economic problems, the economic woes that my generation is suffering through. And it's something that we'll have to change, and Republicans want to change, want to put forward a positive agenda to change. But look, Harry Reid's got over 24 jobs bills that will produce jobs right away sitting on his desk. He refuses to put to a vote. And this is really troubling for my generation. They're seeing the false promises from Democrats on the campaign trail, and that's why a majority of them who are going to vote Republican.
And you know, in your title, Youth and Conservative Media, I mean, you know as well as I that the mantra from the media is do nothing Congress, obstructionist Republicans, just say no, when, as you so correctly point out, and that's what's so tough about getting the message out, because it's up to people like you and me, while, you know, the mainstream media will never say that Harry Reid has on his desk bills that have been passed by a Republican House that would benefit jobs and job creation and all kinds of economic issues, but Harry Reid he's the do-nothing. He's the one who says no.
He's standing in the way. And look, there are over 300 bills that are sitting on his desk. Most of them pass with bipartisan support. So this is not just Republican push agenda here. This is bipartisan support to put Americans first instead of putting the party first, as Harry Reid's continually done. And the other thing the media always misses, too, is Harry Reid had his filibuster nuclear option done on nominees, yet there still are a plethora of Obama nominees sitting waiting to be confirmed because Harry Reid won't put them to a vote because he knows they're politically untenable. He knows that Americans will not like the nominees, and so he doesn't want to make his candidates have to vote on them. So he's really clogging the whole system up.
And those candidates are a reflection of who Obama is. One more, Hispanics, another constituency that's abandoning Obama.
Right, because again, it's another constituency that's heard all this high-heated rhetoric, how Obama's going to deliver for them, how the Democrats are going to be their saviors. And look, at the end of the day, they've done nothing for them but play politics and put politics ahead of good governance. And that's a problem that's hurting Democrats right now. They continually put politics ahead of governing, and it's going to bite them tomorrow.
A great opportunity. You don't like to see anybody in the nation suffer, but going forward, Raffi, and I'm sure you're the man to help get this done, a great opportunity to reach out to every constituency we've just talked to and convert them over and make them understand whose policies would really benefit them.
Well, the Republican Party is there right now. We're in African-American communities, Hispanic communities, Asian communities. We're on campuses. We're putting the legwork and the power, man-hours behind getting these constituencies to understand the problems and the flaws of the Democratic Party and have a conversation about real solutions that'll work for them.
All right, Raffi Williams, thank you, sir. Pleasure talking to you. Take care. All right, next, managing editor of Sabato's Crystal Ball, Kyle Kondik. Don't go away.